Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm out here catching cheaters like it's my full-time job. Kind of is, actually.
Hey, I'm gonna go hang out with the boys. Do you wanna come with?
No, I'm gonna hang out with the girls tonight.
Hey, I'm gonna go hang out with the boys right now.
Alright, have fun.
My girl's been acting super weird, super weird. Every time we hang out, she's always on her phone texting other people. I don't know who it is. So I'm gonna hide out. I'm not actually going to hang out with my boys. I'm gonna hide out and I'm gonna catch her. Watch this. So I just heard a sound outside. I heard a car door. I'm literally hiding upstairs right now. Who the f is this guy? Who the f? So everyone's asking, how did you catch her? What led to that point? Blah, blah, blah. What led to the point was basically she's acting sus. We'd go on dates, we'd go on trips, places, we would do things, and she's always texting someone. So I'm like, this is weird, and she's not telling me who she's texting. So I'm like, whatever, brushing it off. One night I came home from work, and she was acting a little bit off when we were making dinner. She was overly happy and everything, and I was just like, all right, maybe she's in a good mood. But then again, I was like, this is kind of weird. And someone's texting her in the background, but she's still not saying anything. So that's when I decided to put her to the test, because I knew something was up when I was at work or doing something.
I like how we assume that somebody's cheating because they just seem abnormally happy for no reason and won't tell you why. She's probably just like, that's my brother. He's just coming over for a hot tub sesh. She even like switched out of her phone really quickly when you were behind her. Like, you see how we're like, this is a totally different screen. And then she clicked something else. You saw that, right? There. I'm hanging out with the girls tonight. That doesn't look like a girl.
This is part one of me finding my fiance naked with his married coworker on my wedding day. We started dating in 2014 and we were supposed to get married September 30th, 2017. In the days leading up to the wedding, it was 5 days before, like something just not right with this one girl that he worked with. And I asked him about it and he's like, you're crazy, there's nothing going on, yada yada. 5 days before the wedding, he's like, you don't trust me enough to get married. We need to postpone. Like, my whole life is falling apart, or that's how I felt at that time. We had met with our marriage counselors, and they were like, Kirsten, there's nothing going on. Like, he says there's nothing going on. There's nothing going on. We call off the wedding. I'm, like, very anxiety-ridden because I'm like, okay, either he's cheating on me or... like, I've completely lost touch with reality. We made the decision that we would remain together and work on building trust. He told me that, like, it was my fault that we weren't going to get married, and it was just because I didn't trust him enough. So anyway, fast forward, it's September 30th, our wedding day, and I unlocked the door to the house that I had bought for us. So he had none of his own money in the house. I did the entire down payment, put it in both of our names. So I unlocked the door to this house and walk inside, and he is
It always surprises me when people have the audacity to cheat on the person that literally pays their bills.
Here, and I look down and I see some like girls' boots or women's boots. So I hear the master bedroom door close and I go in there and I find her and she's like put his clothes on that were in the closet. I called the police and reported an intruder. Anyway, she told me like, we're in love, I'm leaving my husband, we're gonna be together. It later came out that they'd been having an affair for quite some time. She told me several months before I ever even became suspicious of her. During the time that he had been cheating on me, he's like telling me that I don't trust him enough. He took out a $500,000 life insurance policy on me.
What?
I've been heavily manipulated and told that I was losing my mind. The Monday after this happened on a Saturday, I sold my ring and used it to retain my attorney. I had bought us a house in June, like I said. He, up until the bitter end, tried to steal it out from under me. The husband of the girl that he was cheating on me with took her back, and bless his heart, they're still together to this day.
What?
His fiance, he moved a different female coworker into the house a few weeks later. She had moved herself, her dog, and her mom in, and then they were trying to demand that I pay the bills.
What?
333 days later, I was free.
Oh, what a mess. What a mess. Yeah, for the record, if you pay for a house, babes, your name and your name only. Unless he puts money toward that house, your name and your name only. Otherwise, he can essentially say that he owns part of it. That's gonna get messy. You pay, your name on the house. I also love that he's just gaslighting you and saying, oh, you don't trust me, we can't get married. He's just biding himself time. Taking out a life insurance policy? What you gonna do with that, honey? What you need that for? My fiance caught me emotionally cheating. I don't know what to say. Basically, my fiance have been going through a very stressful moment in time. Very stressful. I've been reading and keeping a journal instead of writing about my life. Well, it got a little fan-fiction-y. Basically, I've been writing about situations between me and certain fiction characters. Well, my fiance was cleaning and found my journal and he read it. He's read my writing before. I haven't ever had a journal or explained what it was. Well, to say the least, he was pissed because I wrote these elaborate stories about a strange man named Alucard giving me attention. And sometimes some sexy stuff. Wait, does this count as emotional cheating? Unless Alucard is an actual dude that you are fantasizing about. I don't know if this constitutes as emotional cheating. Imagine being pissed off about a fictional character that's You're cheating on me with a figment of your imagination! I won't lie, I was so embarrassed I just froze. I walked away into the living room, not talking, just petrified. I turn on Netflix and put on the episode of Castlevania, where Alucard is introduced. I don't know if that's actually how I say his name, it's how I'm gonna sound it out, Charlotte, sound it out. I just stare at my fiance as he puts two and two together. His face went from angry to confused. He read through again and lost it. I mean, he laughed and laughed so hard and I thought that he would die. It woke up our baby. He laughed so freaking hard. Now every time he looks at me or goes to watch TV, he just laughs. He's normally very stoic, so it's weird yet amazing to see him laugh so much. I'm so embarrassed. So yeah, I just needed to tell someone that story, enjoy my embarrassment. I'm glad that he saw reason. We can be mad if the person is real, okay? But like, if you're writing stories about a fictional character, I don't think that that counts as emotionally cheating. It's kind of like reading a romance novel, but you're writing it, so. Finding out I'm the side hoe.
So I get a call from some hillbilly talking about, oh, I know you're messing with my man, like da-da-da-da, going off, talking about she wants my address because she wants to tussle. So I'm like, is this a prank call? Because me and my are good for prank calling each other. So I'm like, is this a prank, girl? I know it's you, Kim. She's like, a prank call? Really? Yeah, you're my man. Send me your address, da-da-da-da. And I'm like, okay, if I'm your man, you can tell me his name because I would know. She says his name and I'm like, hey, that's my man too, girl. I hung up because the embarrassment of it all. And I'm like, girl, can we come together as like, what the f? And she's like, yeah, whatever. So like, she's telling me all the tea. I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna come together. Ends up sending me a screenshot where she was calling my kids like ugly bums, saying they look like they have Down syndrome, all this shit. The f is wrong with you, girl?
Okay, let's not blame the people that had no idea. She just found out that she's the side piece, okay? So let's be blaming the dude that did the cheating. I think if you know that you're a side piece, you're also partially to blame, but let's not forget who's really to blame here.
So I can't say nothing about your kids, and I wouldn't. The way you were begging for back rubs while this man was rubbing my back is embarrassing. And I've seen all this after the fact. After I actually went through this man's phone. I was never even a side piece at this point because he literally was telling you, please find someone that wants to be with you. Y'all were never happy. And y'all were never in a home. Okay? Okay? That was more like a sad shelter. I broke up a sad shelter. That's about it.
Okay, that's an interesting take. That took a turn. That definitely took a turn. So this lady was Delulu and essentially thought that her and her man were still together and then got mad at you. Am I understanding that correctly? Who's in the wrong? You let me know. Whose fault is it? Somebody's fault. Oh, more contacts. Love contacts, babe.
Here is just quick proof. You can pause it or whatever. I don't know, but like...
Girl, I don't know you or like that he had a whammon. That's messed up though. I ain't expect this. He came over to my house every night. I didn't see this one coming. You knew about me. That's the issue. He even said you knew. How the hell did I know about you? I don't come second to no one. Girl, laugh my have his bump. You've been wanting his money. Anyways, what's the difference, girl? This is... Shake my head, girl, you tripping. Go through our messages, you're gonna see.
I don't know, but like, here is quick proof. I kept like reiterating over and over, like, girl, I didn't know Like, I didn't know. This is where I got her to calm down. You can pause it. She's talking about tearing up his property and doing weird shit to his car while his child was there to witness it all. And she had her daughter come out and say, look, Daddy, we made a mess on your car. All of that was news to me. Because then it was even news to me she was calling him a bum. I'm like, wait, he's broke?
Oh, not the broke. Not broke. Hell no. This whole time, I'm more upset about that. No, he was broke is crazy. Ate that right on up. Like, seriously, wow. Okay, he's broke. Well, you can have him then. Not interested. Doesn't really seem like you're fighting over somebody that great, to be honest. The time I got caught with this man in his baby mama's house.
I want to do a story time about the time I was with this man in his baby mama house while she was there. So at the time, I'm like 23. He is about 44, 45. We met online on Facebook dating. And one day he was like, meet up. So I go meet him. So me being young, being dumb, being vulnerable at the time, going through stuff, I'm falling for everything he telling me, right? Maybe a month of us being active, I'm like, why we always got to get hotel rooms? Why I can't never come to your house?
Yeah, red flag, red flag.
He tells me, oh, I got a roommate. Because I had been to the house, but I had not been inside. Like, I was in the back parking lot when I used to go get him. Because he didn't have no car. I had a car.
Ooh.
So I'm like, why I can't never come to your house? He's like, well, I have a roommate. She got a bunch of kids. And they annoying. But the whole time, me not knowing these are his kids. So, y'all, we get in, take a little cat nap, wake up, we do. Maybe 30 seconds after we get done, this huge woman busts through his bedroom door with 2 infants on her hip.
What?
And remind y'all, this is an older man, and the kids look just like him. So she busts through the door. I'm looking at her. She looking at me. She comes and plops her down on the bed in the wet spot. And we all just looking crazy for a minute, right?
Dear Lord, take the wheel! Jesus, take that wheel! Oh God, there's more.
When she sat down on the bed, she was asking him something. But she ended up leaving, so I'm getting ready to go. I leave. And for like days, I knew something wasn't right, so I wasn't really talking to him. So eventually he was like, okay, yeah, she's my baby mom, but we're not together. She's a lesbian now. Just feed me a bunch of lies. And my dog fell for it again. So the next time I go over there, he sends her outside to greet me. So as we're walking, she starts asking me questions about what he and I had going on. So my just yapping. I'm telling her everything. I'm telling her the truth. She's telling me the truth. Why they got 8 kids together?
8?
He was spending her disability check on me.
Ugh.
And he's always bringing women home. We get in the house. She confronts him. They arguing, going back and forth, whatever. So at this point, I'm like, nah, I'm going to just go back home. Every time I try to get up to go, sis starts putting her arm out across me like on some, like, you know, your mama trying to stop you from flying forward in the car.
I'm sorry, what? What is happening? What is happening? Why is she stopping you from leaving?
At this point, I'm texting my homegirls like, look, y'all, I don't know what's finna go down, but this is where I'm at and this what's going on. She went upstairs and then they end up getting a fighting up there. When they up there fighting, I take off running out the door, run to my car and go back to my homegirl's house. So a few nights later, he blowing my phone up. He tells me she wants to be my friend. She don't have no problem with me. Long story short, I end up going back over there and spend the night over there.
No, girl, what?
Don't keep telling me I'm dumb, because I know that. But I wake up the next morning. He asked me to take the baby mama to the store and to the post office.
Whoa.
And yes, I took her.
What, why?
But after that, that's when I left the situation alone. All this happened in April 2020 to maybe June 2020.
Wow, some of y'all are bored as hell, eh?
And it's 2022, and the baby mama is still with him.
Oh, Christ.
I just caught them on TikTok dancing.
Okay, well, before it was like, wow, you're really bored. It makes sense that you want to make your life into a total soap opera. That's even worse than a soap opera. That is just one gigantic cluster. But now you have no excuse. Throw the whole man away. I hope you learned your lesson. I don't even know what lesson there is to learn, but it's in there. Subscribe.